Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. We will be looking at different situations and messages that could potentially be helpful for you for the month of March. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to the channel where you will receive notifications of upcoming readings. Please feel free to leave behind a like if you enjoy this content, Aries. Otherwise, all your viewership is very much appreciated. Let's jump into it and see what's coming up for the sign of Aries. 6 cards for the sign of Aries. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at these cards here and start off with the King of Pentacles. This is Taurian energy. There could be a Taurus coming in very prominently around you. Now, this is quite a romantic energy. So if you've been waiting on romance, you've got the Temperance card underneath that. If you've been waiting on romance or waiting for a Taurus to reconnect, or someone with Taurian traits, that may just happen in the month of March. But career-wise, you're starting off fairly strongly. There could be an asset here that you might be purchasing. It could be something that's highly valuable that's coming here to you. But the King of Pentacles is the ultimate stability card here, Aries. So there's a lot more stability, okay? You're going to see a lot more consistency, in particular in matters of finance or matters of love, because the King of Pentacles is Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So anything around that here, Aries, you know, for a lot of you, you're settling down, you're laying down roots, okay? Maybe with finances, maybe finances are more settled. Maybe you're going to be acquiring a more prestigious role. And some of you do have that new chapter coming in, absolutely. And it can be in the monetary realm. But for some of you, this is finding someone that's your anchor. In matters of love, I feel. In career, it's prestigiousness and possibly rubbing shoulders with very influential people here. But also, Aries, I feel like this is in matters of love. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are moving in together with someone special, or those sorts of conversations come up about the future, about stability, etc. So I think that's quite momentous. I do. And like I said, I mean, the King of Pentacles is sitting above the Temperance card. It could even be around a Sagittarius as well. But it's something you've been waiting for quite some time. And I feel like I want to say your patience is finally paying off. Okay, so whatever it is that you've been patient for, maybe you've been waiting for someone to lay down roots with you. Maybe you've been waiting to finally get more complacent in a career role or in a job, Aries. This is very, very nice, because this says to me that something you've been waiting on, you know, you're finally receiving the angelic blessings that are essentially coming to you this month of March. So you're definitely starting off strong here. But like I said, patience is rewarded, or patience is finally paid off, okay? The next card over is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords can be a physical journey, can be travel plans, it can be entering a long distance relationship. It can also be moving forward in a situation. Some of you might be leaving a situation, a person, a family dynamic, leaving behind your city, your job, because there's a new chapter you're wanting to start here. Something is missing for some of you. But before I move to that, which I feel is more so in the Eight of Cups, with the Six of Swords, I feel like you're moving towards a situation here. There's progression in essence, which is really, really good. And what I want to say to you is that the fact that there's other people in the boat shows that other people are in the same boat as you. Or someone could be feeling very similar feelings. They feel the same way too. They take the same stance. They have the same perception. So there's some sort of similarity you're going to find or share with someone. Could be a lover, could be a friend, but they're in the same boat as you, and it could definitely be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's what the swords represent. Or you might be moving away from an air sign. There might be an air sign moving away from you. And you know, these two cards very much speak of exodus or change or leaving something behind, Aries. So it could be an air sign, maybe even a water sign here with the cups that is in fact leaving you behind. But there could even be two exits, two people leaving, two breakups in a relationship, for example. But it could just speak of travel plans, immigration matters. Okay, some of you that are wanting to immigrate, you might be taking those first steps. You might actually be making the move. If you're doing an internship program overseas, for example, if you're wanting to relocate, if you're wanting to meet up with someone that you've had a long distance relationship with, this could be an auspicious month where that could happen. Absolutely. But I feel like you're moving towards a new chapter here, Aries. You can see the doorway here is opening, and I think this is what you're moving towards. It could also be improved communication, you know, leaving behind the murkiness, uncertainty, lack of clarity, and moving towards something more calm. So things could calm down a little bit if things have been a little bit hectic for you, especially to do with communication. If there's been arguing, or it's been a very emotionally fueled communication you've had with a lover or a colleague or a friend, I do feel like you're coming into something more calm, or you want something more calm. And for some of you, in order to get that calmness, you might have to leave. You might have to remove yourself from a certain situation here, Aries. It's not always hard to do, but I feel like you're so... I think one of the very admirable abilities that showcase how strong-minded you are, how strong-headed you are, Aries, is your ability to walk away from situations that you know are no good for you. And when I mentioned previously lack and limitation, that has sort of come up with the Eight of Cups. You can see that he walks away from the Eight of Cups here because he's lacking fulfillment. Okay, there's something that's missing. The missing link, the missing emotion, something that he is not receiving, and he goes on a quest to find it. Can this be soul searching? Yes, you're going to be digging deeper. You're going to be searching for something that you know is meant for you, Aries. And right now, in the month of March, you're not necessarily feeling that emotional fulfillment. And I want to say, when he does go out and search for the cup, he finds it, and then we have the Nine of Cups, which is the next card up, okay? The wish fulfillment card, happiness, joy, having that sense of bliss, having everything he's ever wanted. But this situation that you may find yourself in March is not everything you've ever wanted, okay? It's either missing something, or someone isn't giving you what you need. And I think on an emotional level, you know it. Okay, the Cancer moon is here. Cancer is a very emotionally fueled sign. It's very, very protective. Okay, it's symbolic of the crab in its very hard shell. So for a lot of you, there's something that you need to do to protect yourself or protect your interests. And it could be removing yourself from that situation, whether it is in love or career. It's removing yourself. So essentially, you know what you need to do here, Aries. You know what needs to be done to better this situation, or better your path, or better your interests. You know what needs to be done. And I think with the Eight of Cups, it's definitely an emotional situation here. But I think on some level, you know what needs to happen. But I feel also it could be a Cancer here as well. There could be a water sign who's pulling away from a lot of you, maybe. Could be a friend or a lover. And you might see a scenario where it happens more than once, Aries. And if someone is so quick to exit or give up or turn away, turn their back on you, then, you know, it's saying something here. It could end up in a lot of pain and frustration and hurt. There's possible betrayal down here with the Ten of Swords, so that could mean something for some of you. But look, it's important for you to find that happy medium or that balance. You've got the Temperance card here. Now, the Temperance card can indicate Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy is very straightforward. It's very honest. It's very open. And I feel like open-mindedness or honesty is coming up around you. Whether this is from you or another person, I don't know if this is you needing to be honest with yourself, Aries. I don't know if this is you needing to be honest with another person that's very near and dear to you. but the time has come. Okay, it's dawning on you. The sun illuminates our path. You are the sun. Okay, you are represented by the sun, and this could definitely be you, or it could be a Sagittarius you may be dealing with. But it's almost like a divine path. This is an angel, and it's the angel, the gods, whether this angel personifies the universe at large, the law of attraction, Aries. It's mediating something here. It's concocting a drink. You know, this water here. Water is very ritualistic. It's very pure. It's also symbolic of emotion here. So for a lot of you, I do feel like there's a message here that it's been a long time coming for you to connect with someone. Someone that could have Taurian or Sagittarius elements. Someone in the workplace. Okay, Venus rules finances and ownership and romanticism. Could be something romantic here as well. The fact that the angel holds the 2 cups here could be symbolic of a twin flame union. Some of you might find a twin flame union or receive validation that you do have a twin flame around you, around in the workplace. Sagittarius is known to be quite a social sign, so it could even be through social events that you might uncover this twin flame here. But there's a strong twin flame energy around you. Either you're intuitively linking yourself into alignment with your twin flame, or you're attracting this person. But it can be about peace and moderation and tranquility, getting back in touch with nature, peace. Okay, peace. I think for a lot of you, you've been craving peace, Aries. Things might have been very chaotic, very up in the air, and you've handled it for X amount of time. But I think in this month, you're coming up to a period where you're really just wanting peace, and you're wanting to find balance. You're wanting to find your center again, and you're wanting to go back to finding that happy medium. I think you've gone from one extreme to the other, and now you're craving that happy medium here. And I think it is coming to you. I do. And you know, it's evident here in that new chapter with the Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings, potentially job offers or opportunities to live or work overseas, travel, an opportunity to move forward in a situation here. So this can be apologies, this can be forgiveness, this can be closure. It could be an earth sign here, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who's offering you something as well. Aries, offering you stability, offering you a new chapter. This is the star of creation here, and the hand of God holds it very fragile because it's worth so much. So I feel like there's something very valuable or priceless that is being offered to you. And you're going to see it in the physical realm, okay? The earthly realm is the physical realm, so you'll see it evidenced in your life. Whether it's through a person, a job, it's something that you can experience in the physical. And if it's not a job opportunity, I do feel like it could be a new person that's entering your life. It could even be a new addition to the family expansion. And you know, you've got children here. If any of you are undergoing divorce or wanting to receive money from a partner, if you've got children and things have been a little bit messy here, there could be a bit of money, okay, that's more financial security that's coming to you, Aries, especially if you've been waiting a very, very long time to receive that. And this person has left your life, or you've left a romantic situation. If you do have family, or if you're waiting for some sort of settlement, even if you don't have children, that money could come to you. Okay, Ace of Pentacles could definitely represent a large amount of money, either being spent or being given to you. So a lot more financial security, I think, for a lot of you. But it almost like resembles the sun here. You know, the sun coming up here, someone making an offer, and the sun almost looks like it's either rising or setting. But what comes to mind when I see that sun here is things dawning on us. So I don't know if something is dawning on another person, and that's going to make them offer you something. I don't know if they need to have that realization about you, Aries. I don't know if it's you that needs to have some sort of realization about another person. But something is dawning, okay? And it's going to happen fairly quickly, okay? It's fire energy. You've got the Sagittarius, the fire element, you know, is embedded on the angel's cloak here. So fire is things happening rapidly. As you know, Aries, you are a fire sign. So I think there's something happening pretty quickly here. And the offer will come, and it'll really, really excite you. But it's a doorway. It's a doorway into the future. You don't necessarily see what's on the other side though, but if these green pastures are anything to go by, you know, and these promising mountains in the background, I feel like from this angle, things are looking pretty good. The direction you're being guided to is looking, isn't looking bleak or somber. It's in fact looking bright, you know, amongst this gray background. We see that golden sun here. Or what looks like a sun. Okay, it is a pentacle, but it can resemble a sun. And let's not forget the fact that you've got the sun and the moon in the one reading here, Aries. This is divine masculine and divine feminine coming together. Some of you, the moon is divine feminine. Some of you gents watching or people that have a divine feminine connection, this person might be leaving, but that doesn't mean they won't return. Cancer moon is a Cancer element is nostalgic and sentimental. So there could be endings, absolutely, Aries, and I think you're prepared for that. The Ten of Swords can absolutely indicate that ending. It can indicate leaving something behind. It might be an ending with an air sign. It might even be ending communication. It might even be sharp words, okay? It could even be betrayal. It could be that something is said behind your back. It could be that words run deep. It could be that someone does or says something to you and then suddenly it's almost like that's it. They're dead to you. And it may sound a little bit harsh, and the reason I say that is we see this deceased figure here with the bloodshed. So there's been bloodshed, okay? Something has happened. I don't know if it's competition. I don't know if it's something that was said. I don't know if this is a lot of pain or angst or worry. But it's going to cause some sort of exodus, either for you or for this person in your life in the month of March. But the darkness will be lifted. So, and darkness is lack of illumination. We don't see, we don't have direction, we don't have clarity in the dark. We're fearful, we feel trapped. It's the unknown. So I feel like you're leaving the unknown and you're coming into clarity. And again, that rising or dawning sun, whether it's dusk or dawn, you can see the darkness lifting and the sun coming up, and there's a new horizon. So it's not all bad. As painful as it might be in March, it's never really that bad, Aries. So, I mean, that last column really says to me there's something very powerful that's going to happen, and it'll change a lot for you, especially on your end and especially mentally. There could also be people that block, okay, that block you or disconnect from you mentally. Not so much emotionally, but mentally, okay? The Swords is all about attitude and communication. So you might be ending some sort of communication here, or something comes to an end. But welcome in that ace, welcome in that new chapter here, Aries. So I think it's bound to bring you bountiful things, okay? I will leave your reading at that for March though, so don't forget to leave behind a like or a subscribe and hit the bell notification button. That's really, really appreciated, Aries. I hope you have a fantastic March.